Yeah, g'day, how are you? Ron Bishop here from Timaru Tourist Promotions again. This is not about tourism this time. This is about personal stuff. I'm going to be talking about my personal stuff, my personal life here today. You see, today's quite an exciting day for me because today is number 300 videos I've put up since I started 12 months ago, and I've recorded 300 videos, and I'm recording the history of my life. I talk about my life and what happened to me in the 72 years I've been knocking around on this earth, you see. And today I want to tell you a sad story. It is very sad, this story. Just a minute while I blow my nose. Right, this is a photograph of me and my two little brothers. I'm on the left there, opening a bottle of fizzy drink. My little brother Kevin is in the middle, and Trevor with the smiley face, he's on the right hand side there. And I'm going to be talking about these two boys today on this video. But before I do that, I want to show you something else. See this? This is a little baby deer. Now, I used to live on a government farm in a place called Matata in the North Island, in the Bay of Plenty. And Dad managed the farm for the government, and it had a lot of deer on it. And I went deer stalking with my mate one morning, and we were walking up a ridge, and we found this little deer with its mother. And they both ran up the hill, and I had a .303 rifle, and I picked up my rifle and I fired a shot. And when we went up on the top of the hill, I found I'd hit the mother deer on the top of the head and killed it instantly. And then I heard a bleating sound, and in amongst the thistles were this little head sticking up with the two long ears. It come back looking for its mother. You see, I'd shot its mother, and it was running alongside its mother, but I shot it. And the little fawn come back looking for it. My friend wanted to shoot the little fawn, and I said, no, don't shoot it. Leave it alone. And it ran off into the bush crying. And I couldn't sleep for weeks after that. I felt sick in the stomach because I'd killed that little baby fawn's mother. But there is a thing in the world called the law of attraction. We will attract to ourselves whatever happens, whatever we think about, and the actions that we do. So in other words, if we do bad things will happen to us. And something really bad did happen to me. This is a photograph of my three brothers. Bill on the left, Kevin in the middle, the little fella in the middle, Kevin, and Trevor is on the right, the taller boy with the smiley face I showed you before. These three boys are standing outside our home on this government farm, you see, and I'm taking a photograph of my three brothers. And you'll see a tank stand there. Well, we were having rifle practice. I'd borrowed a .22 rifle, and we were having rifle practice outside the house. And I went and put I leant my rifle on this, see that tank stand there? I leant my rifle on the tank stand there, my elbow, and fired the shot. And just in behind my brother here on the left, you see those battens? There was a thud. And that was my brother. He fell down dead. I hit him in the side of the head with the rifle. I was standing here. My bullet of a rifle went straight through his head because he'd come out from having his lunch and run straight into the line of fire. Okay? Now, we rushed him to hospital, but he died. He died on the operating theatre. Now, you say, well, why are you telling us this now? Well, today is the 20th of May, and today is the day I shot him. Today is the day I killed my brother. The 20th of May, 50-something years ago. What is it, 56 or something years ago? Okay? Now, it wasn't an accident. Yes, it looked like an accident, But really it was me, it was my fault because I was careless with a rifle. And the reason I'm telling you this story is that because there's hundreds of boys out there. I was 16 years of age, and there are lots of young lads out there with rifles today shooting things. And they have to be careful with their rifles. I wasn't. My parents weren't strict on me. I was allowed to shoot around the house when I shouldn't have been able to be. And that's what I want to get across. I'm 72 years of age, and I'm telling my story. Young fellas, make sure you are careful with a rifle. My little brother, Trevor, is buried in the Wakatani Cemetery in the Bay of Plenty. And I went up to see his grave recently, and I sobbed my eyes out. That poor little boy, I took his life. I took away his mother. I took the baby's, was my mother's little baby, and I shot him. But you see, the law of attraction says I also shot that little deer when I shouldn't have. I should never have shot that deer, the mother deer, and made the little deer an orphan. So there's nothing I can do about it. It's 56 years ago. But I'm going up to Wakatani. When I die, I've got Alzheimer's disease. I've been diagnosed with prostate cancer, bipolar disorder, and now Alzheimer's disease. So I haven't got very long to live. So I've got a lot of things I've got to get off my chest and leave. And one of this is the story about how I killed my brother. Be careful with rifles. This is the message I'm trying to get out there to you. Look, I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it. We can never bring back the past. We can't change what's happened. Yes, if I was older and than it was today, I'd be in jail, wouldn't I? For manslaughter. But I feel sorry for some of these people. I never understand the wars. You know, people go to war and they shoot each other on purpose. And yet sometimes men shoot each other by accident because they're careless with a rifle. And I can never understand wars. But anyway, that's my story. I hope you've enjoyed it. And listen, keep smiling because that's all we can do, isn't it? Eh? See you later.